Good evening and welcome to the channel's studios here in London with your international news around the world in 5. President Volodymyr Zelensky has reiterated that Ukraine must be involved in any peace talks and says this includes the European Union, Turkey and the UK. He made the comments after meeting Turkey's President Tayyip Erdogan. Meanwhile, Russia's Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov says 3 key agreements have been reached after meeting with the US, including reinstating ambassadors to each other's countries. US Secretary of State Marco Rubio says the talks are the first step of a long and difficult journey. Neither Ukraine nor Europe were invited. Both sides announced that they will appoint teams to negotiate ending the Ukraine war.
I think all of us are aware that we need to support Ukraine more and stronger than we are today. I'm glad that all Nordic countries and Baltic countries are so supportive, but all Europeans have to step up when it comes to Ukraine and at the same time step up when it comes to defense spending at home, because Russia is threatening all Europe now, unfortunately.
Officials say all 80 people on board a plane which crashed and overturned while landing in Toronto have survived. The Delta Airlines flight from Minneapolis skidded along the runway with flames visible, and it came to a halt upside down as firefighters came to the rescue. Here footage of the moment the plane came in to land before rolling over on the tarmac, and here video from inside the plane of terrified passengers evacuating. 18 people were injured, but only a small number are thought to have been seriously hurt, and investigators are looking into what caused the crash. Survivors say they were suspended upside down in their seats and had to release themselves, dropping onto the ceiling before clambering out onto the snow-covered tarmac.
For me, it was just kind of like the wheels touched down, and then all of a sudden, I was in the window seat on the looker's left side, and then all of a sudden I just remember being fully sideways, and I was looking down and just seeing like sparks and flames and whatever was grinding against the ground. And then, yeah, it happened pretty dang quick, and we were just upside down hanging from our seatbelts.
Argentine President Javier Milei has denied promoting a newly launched cryptocurrency, which collapsed shortly after he mentioned it on social media on Friday. The crypto coin Libra quickly rose in value before nosediving, causing severe losses for the majority of people who had invested in it. A judge will now determine if the president should face fraud charges over the incident. Israel has pulled its forces out from southern Lebanon, apart from 5 positions, Lebanon's state news agency says. Israel's withdrawal is a key part of the ceasefire, which ended a year-long conflict with Shia militant group Hezbollah. Israeli ministers said some troops would remain inside Lebanon to protect Israel's northern communities. In response, Lebanon said Israel must withdraw completely. It said it would consider the continued Israeli presence in any inch of Lebanese territory an occupation. More than 30 people have been killed in a bus crash on a mountain road in Bolivia. The vehicle plunged almost 800 meters into a ravine in the southwestern district of Yocala. 14 people were also injured, including 4 children, an official from a local hospital said. Bolivia has notoriously dangerous roads, particularly in mountainous areas.
Is that the tree address?
And that's your international news around the world in 5. Now back to the channel's studios in Lagos.